Hi everyone, I'm Nathan with the ebookreader.com. I'm going to give you guys a comparison review today. I'm going to compare the Kindle Touch versus the Sony PRS-T1 and the Nook Touch. So I already did an in-depth review of the Nook Touch versus the Sony, so if you want to see that, check the ebookreader.com or my YouTube channel. For this video I'm just going to mostly focus on comparing them to the Kindle Touch. So here's the first off, let's take a look at the home screen here. The Sony, you've got your books, and you've also got the other secondary home screen right here with the other functions on it, and then you've got your library view. So the Kindle, it just has this boring old list of books. I really wish they'd add book cover view or do something different, but it's just the same old thing all the Kindles have always had, just your list of books right here. And if you like hold down on the book, you get the options to add collections, descriptions, that kind of thing. Same goes for the Sony. Hold down on that, you get a couple of options. Okay, so the Nook, you've got your home screen here and then the library view as well. So they also have the list view for each of these. So like the Kindle, obviously you just get the list view like I was saying. And then you can double tap these to get more information on them. Get the reviews, whatnot. So the Sony doesn't have anything like that. You can't read the reviews. You just got the info right there. And then the Kindle, yeah, you got that same option. Like I said, you got the book description. It just you have to be connected to the internet though, because it goes to the Amazon site. What's kind of cool about the Nook is that it's all local, so you can actually read what the book's about and hit the reviews and stuff. Okay, so let me open up a book on each of these. When it comes to e-reading, the features are all pretty much very similar. So what's cool about all of these is we all have the e-ink Pearl screen, so they're all very similar contrast wise. I don't know how it's going to show up on the camera. It kind of looks like this one's darker, but just because it's farthest away from the light. But yeah, I think they all look pretty much exactly the same to me. So as far as buttons go, the Nook, it has the page buttons. The Nook is the fastest one. Look how fast that goes when you hold down the button. The Sony does the fast page turns as well when you hold down the button, but it's not nearly as fast as the Nook. The Nook definitely is the fastest one of the bunch. Just as far as general reaction goes, you jump around the library, jump around your book view, so it does load the fastest as far as that goes. The Sony, one deal with it is it has the full page refresh every page like that. The Nook, it has the partial page refresh, and then the full page once every 6th page right here. So the Kindle has the same thing. I've had a little bit more problems with ghosting on the Kindle, so I have it set to full page refresh on every page here. So we've got the same on-screen functions pretty much. We've got some subtle differences here. Okay, so the Nook, you've got your highlighting, your notes, you got the sharing feature on this, and you've also got the dictionary. So it's the same kind of deal with the Kindle. You've got the highlights, the notes, and then you got the sharing as well, and you can view the full definition. So the Sony, it offers some more options here. You can directly search from right here, and you can search on Wikipedia and Google, and you've got this optional dictionaries down here. We've got 12 dictionaries, whereas this one has 1. So this one comes with 2, but I'm not sure. You can probably add more to it as well. So you've got the more dictionaries out of the box with the Sony. And you've got the lookup right there. So the other Kindles actually have the Wikipedia and Google lookup, but the Kindle Touch doesn't for some reason. One thing you can do is you can hit the search bar up here, and then if you're typing in a search, you can choose to search Wikipedia, but it does not have an option for Google, as you can see on there. So that's one advantage. The Nook has both of these have the major advantage over the Nook in the web browser support. So like with the Sony, when you hit Wikipedia or Google, it'll launch your web browser and you'll get information from there. So the Kindle has the web browser too, and then the Nook does not have a web browser at all. It actually used to have a hidden web browser, but with the latest 1.1 update, the BNN took it out entirely, so there's no way to access the web at all on the Nook. The Wi-Fi is just for getting ebooks through Barnes & Noble, unless you root it. Once you root it, then you can do all kinds of crazy things, but that's a topic for a different post. Okay, so here's a comparison between the web browsers for the Sony and the Kindle. So the Sony, it definitely has faster scrolling. It's just a little bit smoother all around. The Kindle kind of buckles when it scrolls. It doesn't keep going. So yeah, like the Sony, you can just sort of really zip it down if you want. Okay, so they both have the double tap. If you double tap in on the screen, it'll fit the content. The Sony, let's let it reset here. You can double tap it as well. Okay, so the Sony, it has some additional options in the settings, and you can take screenshots here as well. So you've also got landscape mode. The Kindle doesn't have any kind of landscape mode, but the difference that the Kindle offers is it has article mode. So if you're reading like a news site, it'll just take out all the pictures and everything. This isn't an article set up for that kind of thing, so it'll only do it on like news type articles. And then you've got the pinch browsing with the Sony and the Kindle. It's a little bit smoother on the Sony, it's just a little bit faster, as you can tell. So when we're looking at the base layout right here, the font looks a little bit darker on the Kindle for whatever reason. Okay, so basically the other options in here, we've got the bookmarks for each. You can have bookmark lists, and you've also got the history settings. So there's more settings in the Sony's browser, a lot more settings. You've also got the downloads and the capture screenshot, and you've got multiple windows. Where the Kindle, you only have the one window, and then you really only have a couple of settings right here. So let's go ahead and see which one loads faster. Uh-oh, Kindle's winning. Sony's catching up. Looks like the Sony's winning here, but not by much. Yeah, it's finished. Kindle's still loading a little bit. So yeah, the Sony browser did win that matchup just a little bit. But this, as you can see, the scrolling is like one of the biggest things you can tell is the difference. And then you've also got if you hold down on a link on the Kindle, you don't get any options. If you hold down on the link on the Sony, you do get the Android options, the open and save as link. Okay, so both web browsers, you can download files from other websites. I was able to log into Dropbox with the Kindle Touch and download a Mobi file. You can download your ebook files from Dropbox with the Sony as well, so you've got the options of downloading content. One of the major differences with the Sony is that you have the incorporation of library ebooks right here, so you can actually download your library ebooks directly with the browser and have them show up on the device. Okay, so all of them have the adjustable font types, as you would imagine. In Kindle, you tap up here to launch the menu. As far as the font types go, the Nook has quite a few choices here. You've got 6 different choices. The Kindle, you just have 3, regular, condensed, and sans serif. And then the Sony, you've got, we got 7? Yeah. So I kind of like the Sony's fonts a little bit better. I don't know why. They just seem to be a little bolder than the other fonts here. But that's just sort of personal preference. Some other things we have with the Sony, you don't have line spacing and margin adjustments with the Sony, and you do have line spacing and margin adjusters with these two. Actually, you do have a margin adjuster on here, just not line spacing. It's under the custom view, and then you can hit crop page, so you can do the crop margins this way. So the Sony has a lot more advanced features in here. You've got navigate page, so that's just the same as the other ones. We have navigate page on these ones too, essentially. So if you come in here, go to with the Nook as well. Okay, so some of the other features with the Sony we have here are, you've got the on-screen notes, so that's a major advantage over these other ones. We don't have any kind of on-screen markup for either of these guys. You can just use the on-screen keyboard to add notes, and you can do that as well on the Sony. You've also got this on-screen markup option where you can add notes directly on the page if you are so inclined. So here's a subtle thing. The Kindle, you can turn pages by tapping or swiping. Same goes for the Nook. The Sony, taps don't work, so you do have to do a little bit of a swipe to get the page turns on the Sony. Okay, so the Kindle and the Sony both have pinch zooming. Like I showed you with the browsers, and then with ebooks you can also pinch zoom. It doesn't actually pinch zoom, but it just brings up the adjuster for the font size with the Kindle. With the Sony you can actually pinch zoom, but obviously that cuts off the text, so there's really not a whole lot of point in doing this with EPUBs, because then you just scroll around the screen. But it is very useful for PDFs and like images. So the Sony, you've got that option, and then the Nook, you don't have any kind of pinch zooming with the Nook. And the PDF support is pretty awful on the Nook. The Sony, it has better PDF support, and the Kindle has okay PDF support. You really don't have very many features, but it does have the text-to-speech. So that's another major advantage with the Kindle, is you have the text-to-speech, and you also have MP3 support. So the Sony, it has audio support. You can play MP3s on it as well. It has headphone jack on the bottom. The Kindle has headphone jack and speakers. The Nook does not have any audio support at all. So all these ebook readers can be had for as low as $99 right now. That's the normal price on the Nook. The Wi-Fi only special offers version, which is the one with the ads on it, like right here I have an ad at the bottom and on the home screen, so that's the special offers one. If you get the Wi-Fi only Kindle Touch, that's $99, and Sony's having a sale on the PRS-T1 until Christmas Eve, So it's $99 too. So yeah, it's pretty hard to choose between all these. I'm glad I don't have to choose. But yeah, they all have some different features, and they all have some more unique features that the other ones don't have. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this review here. There's obviously details I'm not covering, but it just makes the video way too long. So check out theebookreader.com. I'll outline all the differences between these guys and have more information on there. So thank you for watching.